This is Juan Brown at Nevada County Airport with a fire update on Wednesday, the 11th of October. It's about 10 a.m. Things are calming down here locally, but statewide, 17 large fires have claimed now 17 lives and 170,000 acres since Sunday. 2,000 structures have been lost, and that count is still in flux, probably going up. Here locally at Nevada County, here at the airport, the visibility, of course, is terrible today, down to 3 or 4 miles. Air operations are pretty much at a standstill because of the low visibility, and that's typical in the morning as the cooler air creates an inversion layer and the smoke drops to the ground and wipes out the visibility for aerial operations. The basic plan of attack today here locally at Nevada County is one of our S2 air tankers has been moved over to Sonoma County, and we have kept one S2 fixed-wing air tanker here at Nevada County. Helicopter operations, we still have 7 helicopters here on the airport. The helicopter show is basically over for the Lobo fire right off the end of the runway here, affecting the Lake Wildwood area. The Lobo fire has now claimed 50 structures, up from an estimate of 40 just yesterday, and is 30% contained. When you hear the numbers 30% contained, that means the fire's just about under control. But again, these are lagging numbers, lagging data, and a very conservative data. So the helicopters here at Nevada County Airport, since they're done at the Lobo fire today, are going to relocate to Oroville area, to a large helitack base that's being set up near Oroville. Today's effort is going to be primarily on the Lobo and Cascade fire complex in Butte and Yuba counties. Those two fires have merged. The Cascade fire is just off to the west side of Collins Reservoir at over 12,000 acres, and the LaPorte fire is just on the north side of that at about 4,000 acres, for a combined total of about 16,000 acres. The area firefighters are most concerned with and are working on today is the northeast corner of that fire. 200 structures lost in that complex, about 20% containment between the two of them. 1,000 personnel working the LaPorte and Cascade fire complex in Butte and Yuba County. So that's where our helicopters are going to head off to. The airport is reopened for general aviation traffic. The temporary tower that was with us here briefly yesterday has moved also down to Oroville Airport. So we're back to regular Unicom operations here at Nevada County. The weather remains pretty calm at the time being. We've had another dry front is passing through right now. Dry front means simply a weather front with no rain in it. And the concern, of course, is once that front passes through, will those winds whip up out of the north again? They are predicted to pick up, but not nearly as strong as they did on Sunday. That's why this fatality number is up so high at this time on these California fires. It was the explosive ignition of these fires from the wind event on Sunday that did not allow people to get out of the way of these fires in time, especially in the Sonoma and Napa areas. Those wind-driven events were caused by a dry front passing through the area, and the north winds backfilling the low pressure area, and wind gusts up to 40 miles an hour over a several-hour period caused trees to get into power lines and ignite the whole series of fires. But today things are calming down, and we hope we can get things mopped up and under control. Here's an example of the power line situation in Northern California, right near my house in Nevada County. The top 2 wires on the poles are hot, and the trees tower over them. So in a big wind event, even though PG&E is required and keeps these wires clear of the trees, when winds exceed 40 knots, you just can't help but some trees getting into these wires, pulling them apart, and starting these fires. And this road winds up to hundreds of homes up here in the Banner Mountain area. Just one of many examples in Northern California. And of course, it's cost prohibitive to bury these power lines to cover these great distances. And you see the many homes nestled among the trees here. The trees are the big attraction to live up here, obviously, but they present their own hazards. And that's why it's so expensive to get homeowners insurance in areas like this. And of course, on the ground below these power lines, it's just bone dry conditions. The wind knocking the leaves, the dead leaves and pine needles down. You've got a thick layer of fuel to ignite here. And any of the sticks that are down, just kiln dried, bone dry, ready to go. That's your typical conditions in Northern California in the late fall before the rains come. Nevada County Airport, Wednesday, 11 October.